have been working on magnetic field theory, we have been working with COMSOL multiphysics to help us develop new products. We have put more engineers on board. One engineer in particular with a PhD in applied science, he is very instrumental in helping improving the cables to a level that we haven't seen before. With this new technology that we developed, we are able to create a cable that's highly immune against any magnetic field, regardless of frequency. That has been very important today because we have computers in the house, cell phones, all kinds of things, wireless. That means that they all influence your sound quality unless you can make cables completely immune to it. To achieve that, we had to do a lot of special things. All these new technologies have accumulated to a new series, the Royal Crown series. Some of these new technologies are already being employed in the Classic Legend series, but some of these new technologies are so expensive they could only be applied to the new Royal Crown series. Many people know our Triple Crown cable, which is the pinnacle of our engineering. We have now extended the line with two more accessible models. The first model is the single crown, the model up is the double crown. One of the lessons that we learned with the Triple Crown is that we are able to very effectively get rid of any unwanted noise picking up by the cable. So with our new research we were able to get the same level of immunity as the Triple Crown at a lower cost. And we did that by making a new type of insulation where we have 6 wires, in some cases with a center core. And these 6 wires, they have a balanced magnetic immunity, which works different from the Triple Crown, but just as effective with slightly less material. This, of course, is something that we're always seeking, with less material, making a similar quality, and that's very attractive. So with the single crown, we applied this new technology. We have a 6 or 7 core construction. That depends on what kind of cable it is. For power cables we have a slightly different construction compared to a speaker cable, and that again is slightly different from an interconnect. They're all optimized to do what they have to do. And of course with a power cable, power cord, or with a loudspeaker cable, there's a lot of energy going through it. So the demands for the construction are different from an interconnect where almost no power goes through. We learned from the Classic Legend series that having more layers of insulation brings a better quality over a wider frequency area. Very important to hi-fi, especially with the digital amplification that a lot of manufacturers use today. You need a cable that has a wider bandwidth and keeps the magnetic field inside over a wider range. Also, the capacitance has to be a constant regardless of frequency. These are all things that we worked on, and over time it has improved massively compared to, let's say, cables that we produced 10 years ago. So for the case of the Royal Crown series, we have at least 4 layers of material for insulation, so it's very well balanced over an ultra-wide frequency range, and that means that you don't get modulation effects. That means that in practice the cable does behave the same regardless of the frequency going through it, regardless of the power going through it. So that means that it's a more constant product. When we accumulate all these new developments, all this new research, if we can make a real big jump in quality, that is for us the right moment to come with a new product on the market. One of the benefits that you hear with this cable series is the loudspeaker is absent. Like it's completely transparent, like everything is ultra fast. That means there's no weight to it, so start-stop of everything is very quick. So if you have a good loudspeaker, a good amplifier, it will make a major difference compared to what you have. Another benefit from the magnetic research that we did came from low frequency distortions. What we did realize that the mains that we have in our home does have an influence on our sound system. Everybody knows that to a certain extent. What we did not expect but found in our research, that especially in the lower bass you get a lot of coloration from it. So if we could make a technique which is completely independent from the magnetic fields, the EMC, at low frequencies picked up by cables, then a major source of coloration of power cables would be gone. Together with the total openness, it is like you have some new amplifier, a new loudspeaker. The effect is much bigger than anyone expects. So I challenge every audiophile and music lover to test our new generation of cable so you can see for yourself, or actually hear for yourself, what the effect of this great research has produced.